Hello, we are live. We're doing a surprise live. We're going to do as many of these as we can. Sorry that they're not scheduled. We'll continue to do our normally scheduled Sunday live at 5 in the evening. I'll get my hand in the correct area. So 5 Central Standard Time on Sunday evenings is our normal live. We'll continue to do those, but we're trying to grow our watch hours, and lives seem to be amazing ways to do that. They're also a great way to connect with our family on YouTube. So come on in and chat with us, y'all. And we're going to give a few minutes for everybody to come in. We're starting just a little bit after 9 a.m. on a Friday morning. And so I'm going to work on planting seeds. Continue to work on that because that is what I've been need to work on and get done.
I'm going to work on feeding my face.
Are you having your famous peanut butter crackers? Oh my goodness.
I don't do that.
No, I know you don't, but that's hilarious.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, DJ, how are you?
DJ is on our live.
He is. He is. DJ jumps on as soon as he gets the notification. How you doing today, buddy? I'll try to keep it.
Good. Yep. I'm glad you're doing good. Don't know what the weather's like down there in northeastern Oklahoma today, but it's overcast and windy here today. A little cool. Not quite freezing, but it's cool.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Sorry, DJ. Gary got a buzz, and I thought, oh, I got to turn my notifications off.
I got a buzz?
Yep, you got a buzz. I heard you buzzing over there.
Well, I better check that.
You better check that. Somebody might need you to go work, or there might be a cow out somewhere.
No, I didn't get no buzz.
Oh, I wonder what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just a buzzing in my brain.
It was my magnetic personality.
It was your magnetic
Yeah.
personality? Okay.
Bzz. Actually, I think it was the chemistry between us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, mercy. Maybe so.
It's 46 there. Well, that's
46
not bad.
is about the same here.
Yep, that's not too bad at all. Above freezing. I can put on a coat or two and a stocking cap and gloves and be pretty comfortable in that. That's good. .40 is my long john mark. If it's not going to get above 40, I wear long johns. If it's going to be above 40, I don't wear long johns. That's my mark. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. So, Tracy, I'm seed pot. Let me get it. I'm seed potting, getting some seeds planted today.
Playing around with pot today. I mean pots.
First, you start out with your crackers, and then so yeah.
Should have kept it shut.
It's an inside joke, and if you want in on the inside joke, and you have a so Rachel Robertson shared this with me. There is a comedian. Knight is his last name. What's his first name? Darren Knight, and he has a video, and it's inappropriate, but it's hilarious in the fact that he and his friend got a hold of, and it might be his wife. I'm not sure who she is. There's a lady in the video. I don't follow them, but anyway, they get a hold of some edibles, marijuana. And they were made by, pay attention to who they were made by, someone with the same name as my Gary. So we got a huge kick out of that. And Rachel was like, they even pronounced it correctly.
I didn't even know there was another one of me in the world. I mean,
there's a bunch of him in the world. Well, the same name. I don't know about.
But anyhow, yeah, Doug, I'm full of something. That's right. That's right.
Hello, Heather. Yeah, he's full of something, all right. Bless his heart. But we keep him around for his peanut butter crackers. Oh goodness. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. I've been teasing him about that and teasing him that I'm gonna do a video about the peanut butter crackers, Gary's famous peanut butter crackers, and see if I can. But no. Oh me.
Yeah. We glad y'all are in here. Heather, Doug, I guess that's Doug, and
yep.
Tracy and DJ. Appreciate y'all being in here. 4 of you, it says, and that's what I just named off. Oh, Doug's at work.
Oh.
Yeah, you on your phone at work? Guys, that just doesn't work in my line of the work. I mean, you either are on your phone or you're working. I mean, but I know that some people it does work and they can do both, and that's cool. And I'm kind of jealous of you guys that can multitask things like that a little bit sometimes. But when you're setting fence posts or chasing cows or driving nails or fixing toilets, you just kind of, it's all consuming. And so those are the kind of things I do, running chainsaws.
So I'm filling pots with soil. I'm going to plant some seeds today.
Yesterday I'm going to use some really slang terms. I was using a set of jobbers to clean out some post holes.
Post hole diggers for the most of it.
When you sit at a desk, you can listen and work. Yeah, that's
there
cool.
You go.
And I that's really cool. I'm glad you can. I'm glad you did.
Thank you, Doug.
I was digging post holes yesterday, and I thought I was cleaning them out. We dug them with the auger, but I was cleaning them out, a set of jobbers, and I cleaned a bunch of them and was going really fast trying to stay ahead of the guy I was working for, who was coming behind me and throwing posts in the hole and throwing concrete at the hole, and I was really trying to stay ahead of him and get ahead enough that I could help him. And so Tracy says, I've only known them as jobbers. Yeah, that's what they get called around here, the post hole jobbers. But you just jab them in and open them up, and yeah, that I was running a set of those, and they will work you. They will make a man out of you quick, and work all the muscles in your upper body. All right, Willis Dockery, cooking breakfast. Well, I hope it's good. Is it huevos rancheros? We had egg in a frame for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, egg in a frame.
And yeah.
Or egg in a basket, some people call it.
Yeah.
Something Gary had seen years ago.
Hello, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn.
Hello,
awesome.
Heather. We're going to have to add you. I think so.
Garden to Table. We like that.
Yes.
We like that a lot.
Like that a whole lot.
It's how we've eaten a lot of our lives. So I was running that post hole jobbers. I thought, I wish I had a camera or a way of recording this, because I was thinking, be a rancher, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I want to be a cowboy when I grow up, sitting there running those post hole diggers, working my tail off in the Kansas wind. But yeah, that's the life of doing odd jobs and ranch work. We were building cattle pens, catch pens, for a guy that I do a lot of work for, the Talkington Ranch, which you guys see a lot of me in their feed trucks and stuff. That's my main ranch that I work the most for. And besides the one we partner with, which is the Stewart Farms.
Cool. So those just coming in. I'm filling my seed pots up with soil, and I'm going to plant some peppers today. I've got some planted. I've got 3 varieties planted so far. I planted Santa Fe Grandes. I tried to grow these last year, but they, of course, died with the spray. I have no Corbassi. I don't know how to spell that. They're a sweet pepper. And a Javarskis. There we go. Those are the ones I've planted so far. Plus, I've planted my eggplants. This is what I want to plant next. Whoop. There it is. Sugar speech. Wow. But anyway, that's what I'm up to. That's why I'm in and out of the camera.
One of the things I realized,
Wow.
those are the people that never built fence without a tractor. Nothing made a man. Me until my dad made a big. Post. Yep. Yeah, you got to set them hedge posts with use the jobbers. Yeah, I built a lot of fence that way growing up. Man, my dad got an old 80 tractor, and with a fence post auger, and we thought we were in high cotton. Took both us boys leaning on a pole on the end of it to make it actually go on the ground because it didn't have any hydraulic down, but we thought we were in high cotton. We thought we were in high cotton when we moved out of Osage County into Creek County, and you didn't have to chip rocks out of the hole. You could just dig a hole.
Did at my dad's place, that rock shelf.
Some places, yeah.
Yeah,
that place Dad bought down on Sand Creek, we could dig post holes. In fact, there one day when we bought that place, I was 16 and my little brother was 14, and we were building fence on that place, and we dug 3 post holes to set a corner. And they dug so nice, my brother just started digging another random hole. And Dad's like, "What are you doing?" He said, "It's just so nice, I got to try it again."
I'll never get that summer back. Hello, Miss Lynette with Coffee Angels and Crafts.
Yeah, that's not the part of homesteading and farming and ranching, Tracy, that they talk romantic about on YouTube channels and get everybody excited about doing it. That's not the part they use.
Oh, goodness.
And then we didn't have a lot of hedge posts, but my dad would get old telephone poles. Okay, and you get an old telephone pole that's 6 inches around, you cut it 8 foot long, and you set it in a hole, no big deal, right? Dad would come up with these that were like 14 inches, 16 inches around. We would cut a 10-foot piece and get it pushed up into his pickup and then have to set it up off the tailgate of a pickup. And I was a stout kid at 16 years old, super stout. And it was all that me and him could do. And he's still a beast of a man. And it was all that we could do to get them set up in those post holes. And my little brother just cheering us on. He usually guided stuff. But I never used a tractor for post holes. We were still using my dad's auger and jobber. So.
Never that wealthy.
Well, I work for guys that have skid steers with hydraulic downs, and those will dig a post hole. And we borrowed one and dug quite a few of the holes on this place with it. In fact, I think there might be a video or two of actually somebody digging them for them.
Yeah, Mark. There's a video of Mark digging them for you.
Hello, Ben's Over Acres. Hey, Coffee Angels and Crafts. Hey, Simple Grower.
Ben's is Barb. And Coffee Angel Crafts is Lynette.
And who's Simple Grower? Simple
Grower. Do I have Simple Grower on my list? Because, of course, I get nervous and forget everybody's name. I should have Simple Grower on my list. Simple Grower. I'm having a senior moment, or a woman in their late 40s moment. So please, would you please share your name?
Mini vacation.
Yes.
I saw I had a friend that put something up this week.
First name or alias. That's what Nick says, or alias.
Whatever you want to go by.
Whatever you want to be called.
Thank you, Simple Grower.
Thank you, Simple Grower. And I know you've been watching for a long time, and we so appreciate you. And I don't know if I've ever asked their name.
Me neither.
Deb. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb.
We may have asked that before.
We may have, but like Gary said, having a vacation.
Friend put up this week. He said, when you see me talking to myself, mind your own business or something like that. Yep. Move along. He said, I'm self-employed. We're having a staff meeting. Yeah, I do. I have several of those staff meetings during the day too. And I've got a friend that's another friend that's self-employed that I work with sometimes, and he definitely has staff meetings. I told him one day last week, I said, "Let me know if you're going to talk to me, okay?" He said, "Okay."
My favorites ones is whenever they argue. Hey, Tim. Tiny Tim Posey.
Yeah.
Brain toot. Yes, a brain toot.
Yeah, I've called him something like that.
I was concerned about it at my last visit with the doctor's nurse, and we were going over some stuff since I was having some health issues, and she said, and I told her, I said, it's just I get stuck on words. I can't remember the correct name for things. And she says, "Oh, honey, you don't worry. You're not starting dementia, but it is come with the age of your life." So I was like, "Oh, I'm old."
Yeah, that's the same one that tells me I'm fat.
Well, you know what? She was pretty tickled with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When people are arguing with themselves in a conversation, it's time to slowly walk away. But yeah. So.
I worked with an old man that told me it was all right to talk to yourself and it was all right to argue with yourself. But when you argue with yourself and lose, you're in trouble.
I just spilled that one. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you, Simple Grower. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate that. She's going to roll our videos.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, So we would like to, our goal is March 30th. That is our 3-year YouTube anniversary. And if we can get there, that'd be awesome. We'd love that.
One of the things I realize these lives are good for, they're definitely good for our watch hours, good for connecting with you guys.
Yes, that's my favorite part about them.
And that is, I used to not like it. And we didn't do them for a while, partly because of internet, partly because we weren't real comfortable with them. Then we started doing them and we were like, okay, it's good for us. We need to do this. And we started connecting with everybody. And then we started liking them. And I like them a lot better now. But another thing I realized they're good for.
Uh-oh, you got company?
No. And say, huh?
Yes, yeah, March 30th. That is, and we're going to do a live on March 30th sometime during the day. Mm-hmm. And if we reach our goal, we're going to do some giveaways. We may do some giveaways whether we reach our goal or not.
Yeah, just for our
probably just for our anniversary. That's the way we'll say it. We're just going to do a giveaway for our YouTube anniversary. I need to get that put up on my community tab and scheduled.
I've got mixed feelings about us doing a giveaway if we get somewhere. I've seen some channels set some goals and not make it, and it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, so maybe just do it for our anniversary.
Yeah, we'll just do it for our anniversary.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Another thing I've realized that these lives are good for is giving us video ideas.
Yes.
We do enough and we just can't. We've had people tell us, just take your video camera along with you, everything you do. That's a lot of work, and we have things we have to accomplish in a day because this is part of our living, and so we have to accomplish enough in the day. So it's hard to do. And some things, we've been on here almost 3 years now. We've done 4 videos of that. Do we need to do another one? So people on here giving us video ideas. If you've been following along, a week or 2 ago, somebody asked about chainsaw sharpening, and I tried to explain it, and I finally said, you know what? How about I just do a video? And they were like, oh yeah, please do a video. And so we did a chainsaw sharpening video. Came out today.
Yes.
Came out
yesterday
today.
For part 1. Yeah, the sharpening.
Part 1 yesterday and part 2 today.
Yesterday was maintenance and today was sharpening.
And
hi, Tim. I don't remember if I said hi. I noticed you come in.
Good laugh. Yes, that was pretty funny. You say, huh? Sometimes I don't understand myself either, you know?
So if you need good gardening tips and stuff, check out Tracy with Kansas Garden Guy. And he does a lot of market gardening. We have learned a lot from him.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess I'm a real homesteader, Barb.
I put the camera the wrong way, so it's you get your thumb. People like the everyday life more than the classroom videos. Yep. Yeah, they do like the everyday life. They want to. What do they say? They're living vicariously through us. Yep.
And we try to do some of those, but we like to do how-to videos.
Yeah.
Those are our favorite. Part of why this channel started was to do how-to videos for our kids and their friends, and then anybody else. But we do try to, do animal updates and just talk about what's going on. The lives probably are more of that sometimes, but
yeah.
And we do try to do the everyday stuff. But it is hard to do things and video. That's a little tough.
I have milked my cow live, but have I done a video on milking the cow?
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and see.
Robertsons did a video on milking our cow.
Yes, they did. We did.
If you guys haven't seen that video, go back and find it. I don't remember the name of it. But Robertson's Belly Acres came over here and milked our cow pretending to be us.
Simple girl, Deb, our place is a mess and we do it anyway. Y'all see our junk. You see our messy house. I did a video and realized my floor was dirty and just put the video up anyway, because it's real life.
She's soiling the carpet right now.
Yeah, I'm soiling the carpet. Good morning, Roy.
Yeah, good morning. Roy, I'm tickled with my bees. I've heard so many people talking about this winter about their bees disappearing and dying. And man, every time it's warm, my bees work my pickup over. And I haven't figured out, they get in the bed of my pickup and they get all over my Husqvarna chainsaw. They don't hardly touch my John's Red chainsaw laying right next to it, cut the same things, but they work all over my orange Husqvarna, and I haven't figured out why they do that.
They work the hedgewood over too.
Yeah.
It's real life.
Getting 20 hens and 3 goats.
Awesome.
Pygmy goats.
Oh, pygmy goats.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Tracy, you need to check your fence before you get those goats. And this is how you check a fence for pygmy goats. You take a bucket of water and you throw the water at the fence. And if the water gets through, a goat will too.
Pygmy goats are good for pets.
They will produce meat. I mean, they're just as edible as anything else.
Yeah, we've raised pygmy goats.
They are very personable.
Yeah, because you get holding your thumb.
I'm sorry.
I should have rotated the phone.
Up in the compost tea into the garden.
Woo!
Orange. I don't know if that's what it is or not.
Oh, Spring Meadow Farm and Garden. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, they will do that. They will do that for sure, Tracy.
All right, Spring Meadow, give us your first name or an alias to call you by.
Yeah. So I don't know why my bees work that chainsaw more than the other one. And they work the hedgewood over really good too. And I don't know that if you've ever seen hedge, it's yellow orange, and it, when I'm cutting standing dead, that gets a lot of fine dust all over my saws.
Cool. I need to get my onions done. I should have started them in the fall. But yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
Kim wants
Zany May. Okay.
Kim wants to play with them. Well, they're good ones for that.
Yes.
They are very personable.
And very gentle usually.
And let me tell you, Tracy.
Hi, Edna.
If your goats get out, especially pygmy goats, if they get out, you're not going to have to go chase them down the road. They will be on your porch eating your flowers in your garden. They will be right there.
Yep. They'll be looking for you, knocking on the door and
Yep.
stuff. Cool. Zany May.
All right. Hey, Edna Peoples. Good day to you too. Howdy.
Sap from the wood you've been cutting.
It's all standing dead. It's been dead for a year or two.
But they still are working that wood.
I know.
You can see them working the wood. There's got to be something they're getting sugar content from.
Yeah, I guess. They're finding something they want there. Obviously, maybe there is just a little bit of sap left, enough that they're liking that.
Well, and hedge is very fragrant.
It is. And it eats my sinuses up when I cut a lot of it.
So we're talking about hedge, Osage orange, bodark. Those are the three names for that wood that he's been cutting. It's all the same kind of wood, same tree, just different names for different areas of where you live. Oh, I got to entertain everybody.
Yep.
I don't know if I can entertain everybody by myself. Oh, sorry. Saw me shanking my finger at him. He's being ornery. Y'all can't imagine that, can you? Well, then I'll just turn. See, talking about real life and mess. There's real life and mess right there. They're using the sap for making propolis. Tracy says, I found out last year on my outside irrigation stand offs where I glued the PVC to the risers, the bees were all over it. Cool. Yeah, it is yellow. The wood is yellow. And it's thorny. It's got lots of thorns on it. Good morning, Lori Carp. So Gary's back, so I'll get you back to where you can see him too.
Oh, they can't see you now.
Now they can't see me. Oh.
All right.
Cool. There we go.
Lori Carp.
Did you hear Tracy saying when he was gluing his PVC together?
Yeah. Did you read that?
It's amazing to me what they'll work.
Yeah. And I've seen them work, like cut green wood before, work the sap on it and stuff. I just can't. It's weird to me that they work one chainsaw and not the other. They've both been cutting the same thing.
And someone, I forgot who it was, sorry. Someone said maybe because it's orange.
Maybe. One's red and one's orange, and that's maybe the difference.
But yeah. So I'm slowly but surely getting my tray filled.
Roy, I wonder, do bees need salt? Is salt something they would go after? I know a lot of cattle, they work my truck over a lot, and part of that's the corn dust when I ground feed, but there's also a lot of salt on it lately from the roads around here. And I wonder if bees work salt. Never seen them on a salt block. But.
Oh, me. I'm boring today.
Are you?
Yes.
I thought you were potting.
I'm potting and I'm soiling.
Soiling the carpet.
Soiling the carpet. Be able to plant turnips in here.
You know what happens when a dog soils the carpet? You rub their nose in it.
You rub my nose in that, we're going to be in trouble. They're going to witness you getting whooped. Yeah, they'll eat salt, he says. Oh, okay. Propolis they use to glue the frames together and the cracks. Fill the cracks. Cool.
Yeah, and propolis that's pretty cool stuff. I was with a friend. He was showing me some stuff about bees, the guy that I got my hive I got now from. And he opened up and there was a big propolis glob on the side of the hive and was like, what is that? And he started to pry it off. There was a mouse. A mouse had got up in there, and they propolised it to the, and I don't know if it had died or they'd stung it or whatever, but they'd sealed it off with propolis to the side of the hive.
Yep. Hi, Tim.
Okay.
Hello.
So mineral blocks.
Ingenious. Did someone say bees?
Yes. Yeah, you did. You did. We've got our resident expert in here. Roy's Homestead Bees is in here, Tim, and so I ask him questions every time he's in here.
Yeah, you might. If you're coming to Shoot Dang Fest or to the Okie Homesteading Expo, Tim, get a hold of us. I don't know that we're going to be able to get away and go.
We're not going to go to that.
But we're thought about maybe trying to make at least a get together down there, or if anybody wants to come visit us, since we're just a few hours away. Not that well for us Western folks, it's not that far away.
Yeah. Yeah, the southeastern folks,
yeah.
That's probably a long way.
But yeah,
we're 3 hours from Robertson's.
No. We're 2 hours from
2
Robertson's.
hours from Robertson's. Okay.
We're 3 hours from Pryor.
Okay.
And about 3 hours from Tulsa. We can take a shortcut at Robertson's and make it to Pryor
Roy
faster.
says now's a good time to feed 2-to-1 sugar water.
Okay.
Roy, do I have to worry about we're still getting a lot of freezing temperatures here. Like right now we're just going right below freezing and back up, but we will still get single digits in this month. Do I need to worry about that with them having all the water that they're bringing in? Or do I just go ahead and feed it to them and hope my jar doesn't bust?
Well, we can put it in the plastic.
Yeah.
Now it could split, but
Pryor Hotel for the expo and Homewood for Shoot Dang. Two parts sugar, 1 part water. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. That's gonna make a really thick syrup, isn't it?
Yep.
It might not freeze too easy. I mean, it won't freeze on nice like we've been having.
No, it won't. Oh, I just knocked over another pot. Okay. Cool. Well, maybe we can. Homewood.
I don't know where that's at. It's somewhere in Tulsa, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. That must be something new. I'm still feeding Winter Patty. We'll swap over to the sugar after the last frost. Cool. We have some feed that we've been feeding them, but I don't
use a plastic bucket.
Yeah.
They have not liked that
Mm-mm.
feed I bought. They just don't like it. Mm-mm. I put it right on top of my sugar water feeder that's sitting out there, and they don't hardly touch it. And they'll come work the truck, and they'll work everything. They'll work the cattle feed. They'll work all kinds of stuff, but they don't hardly touch that feed. Yeah, I'll try that, Roy. I'll get started doing that. I noticed we had a 67-degree day with not much wind, and I opened the hive again, and they have uncapped a lot of the honey in the top frames. So it's time for them to get some feed. So I will start doing that. And that pollen feed that I've been using, they just won't hardly eat it. I think it's just soybean meal, what it smells like, and it says it has soy products and stuff in it.
We have been having some dandelions bloom, but it's not enough to feed them.
Okay. Yeah, he says he leaves his out at night. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I know you're in a different area than we are, and we are not done with winter. Mm-hmm. We will have we're still liable to have below zero temperatures here. And we're still liable to have 3 or 4 or 5 days that it never gets to freezing.
We should have 2 more months of chances of snow.
Mm-hmm.
So
our worst winter is always February, March.
Yeah. Which that was kind of true of Wyoming as well.
Mhm.
January through April
Mm-hmm.
was our worst weather. Gary's hungry too, and I fed him, guys. Don't let him fool you that he starved to death. Yeah, yeah. Oh, gotcha. And they end up starving. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, I've been trying to figure a better way to feed them, and I'll just go ahead and start with the sugar water.
I've got those hummingbird feeders that I
Mhm.
bought. We had hummingbirds last year. That was so cool. They were coming up to the porch for all my
Flowers.
petunias. Yep. Now I'm hungry. See how he is? Yeah. I'm hungry too. Gary's got sourdough starter that needs to be used. Really thick. And we've been trying to make our goal with it is to make crackers. He saw a recipe for sourdough crackers because we eat a lot of crackers.
You found it.
Did I find it? Okay, sorry. I found it.
Well, I'm just saying. I guess I was telling you that to say I don't have it in a magazine. You'll have to find it on the
Oh,
internet.
okay, okay. Well, hello. There's Nick. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome, Nick. And we found you were live whenever Gary said this morning. He said, "Hey, you want to go live this morning?" And I was like, "Well, let me make sure nobody's going live." I said, "I think Nick is going live. I think I saw something on a community tab." And he's like, Gary's like, "Okay, go check." And sure enough, you were going live. So we decided to hold off and go live right after
I got you, Roy. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't cause much moisture trouble.
Okay, okay.
All right. Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's what we're gonna do then. That's easy for me to accomplish, and I like those things. I live such a busy lifestyle that I need things to be simple.
So I got my hummingbird feeders over there. You can fill them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tim agrees. So we've been enjoying our YouTube family this week. Last week, I didn't work as much, and so I was able to make a whole lot of stuff, get on a whole lot of lives, and make a lot of videos. Gary was home quite a bit too, so not that we weren't working. There's plenty to do around
each other and where we had the camera handy.
And as you can tell, we're almost always working, even when we're doing a live.
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah, Gary's working. You're working at feeding yourself, feeding his belly.
Feeding one of the working animals on our homestead.
Peanut butter. It's famous peanut butter crackers. But anyway, yep. Okay. Wow.
I don't really care for peanut butter.
I like peanut butter.
But it's really good for holding honey. I like peanut butter and honey together. And so I mix a little peanut butter and honey up in a bowl and dip crackers in it. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Wow, that one jumped. Well, hurry. Yeah, not
Whoa.
there you go. 5-gallon bucket with lines on it for 2 to 1. Cool. Great. Thank you, Tim. Okay.
So, Arizona Highland, follow manufacturer's suggestion. 50 to 1 is manufacturer suggestion. Every saw I've seen in the last 15 years has been 50 to 1. Years ago, in the 70s and 80s, they used to make them and they'd say 35 to 1 on them. That was for a different type of oil than we use. It's 50 to 1. Basically, I buy the little bottles for 1 gallon mix. The mix is 50 to 1. Dump it in my gas can. I'm at the gas pump and I get just almost exactly a gallon. I usually get like 0.99 of a gallon. just to make up for anything I might have not got in there. And so, Nick, that's how I do my 2-cycle oil and my gas. I follow manufacturer's instructions, which is 50 to 1 on almost everything. Being cooped up all over. Okay.
Good. Cool.
Oh, well,
Oh, sorry about
Spring
that.
Meadow Farm and Garden. We're glad you're here now.
We didn't mean to knock you off. Sorry. Hope it wasn't us. Okay.
Mix it in the sugar water.
Mix it in the sugar water.
Do you know what essential oil that is?
I'm not sure what that is for the
Nosema. He just said the essential oil. Heimer, hi. I think I'm saying your name right.
Hello. Kind of a Big Mac and fries, please. Okay. See what that turns out to be.
Yeah.
My stuff is 40 to 1.
Huh.
Huh.
Okay. I'm going to say you're using Poland's or something like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh. Yeah. Some of that is the change in oils. Arizona Homestead. You know, you're a car guy. You understand this. Oil has come a long ways in the last 20 years. Completely changed. And 2-cycle's no different than 4-cycle. It is a different ball game. My grandpa mixed 35 to 1, and man, he'd measure, and my grandpa, I'm going to dump 50 to 1 just like it says. And you know, I don't know that mine lasts any longer, but I guarantee he cleans spark plugs more than I do.
Yeah.
And that's because you're burning extra oil. The 2-cycle engine will only use as much oil as it needs. Everything else is coming out through the exhaust port or burning up it's coating everything in the cylinder head.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about the 40 to 1 thing. I haven't tried that. I follow the manufacturer thing, and
well, especially on your Rancher because it's a new one and still under warranty.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's a guy at Blue Stem that comes into Blue Stem, and he buys his, like he bought a case of pre-mixed.
Thanks, Roy. Appreciate that.
Pre-mixed gas for his chainsaw because he wanted to stick to the manufacturer.
And they say that's a 90 octane gas instead of the 80 whatever that I buy. They say that's pretty good stuff, but it's expensive.
It was expensive. It was super expensive. I was just like, wow.
And that's fine for a guy that runs the saw just a little bit every year. And it does, maybe it'll make it last longer. But I would burn my profit up really quick burning that kind of gas. I'd make more money working minimum wage somewhere, probably. Uses 89 octane in these 2-cycle, and it's best if you can use non-ethanol with no ethanol. I live a long ways from getting anything like that.
Yeah.
My little local gas station carries one kind of gas, and I use it. And I know you're not supposed to use like E80, which they don't carry that either. It's less than 10% ethanol, the gasoline here, and so that's what I use, and it works. It probably running the better gas, the 89 and then no ethanol at all, is better if you can do it. And that works. It works.
It all works, but if you can do the better, do it.
Yeah, we'd have to go 20. I don't even know if they have it in Emporia.
Yeah, Arizona Highland, if you can afford that, if it's not cost preventive, if it's cost effective, use that. Use that non-ethanol gas. It is on a 2-cycle engine. It's better for the carburetor and the engine both. Ah, okay. Well, I thought Roy was gonna email that to me.
Oh, that'd be great.
Tea tree
Oil,
oil,
wintergreen
wintergreen oil, spearmint oil. No.
Do not. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well,
Gotta get back to us with
those
the
are all
measurements.
oils she uses in soap making.
Yes.
And lotion making, and so yeah, we actually have most of those.
I don't have specifically spearmint oil, but
You just
I
have
can.
mint.
I have peppermint oil.
Peppermint, okay.
Mm-hmm. And tea tree.
And Roy, that is why we
But I
asked
don't
you questions.
so I don't have wintergreen, so I'll have to get wintergreen and spearmint specifically.
Because you've got answers. But yes, thanks everybody for being in here. We got 14 people in here.
That's
right
awesome.
Now. That's cool. I'm glad everybody's in here.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
I read the last handful of verses in Psalm 119.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Psalm 119 today, and I read Matthew chapter 7. Chapter 6.
No peppermint. Okay, Roy.
No peppermint. All right. We'll avoid that.
I read the story of the woman at the well. And the last 2 days has been the lady with the issue of blood that touched Jesus. Was before that. So it's been, I've been following, I'm doing a specific study, and it had those were the studies with it.
And there's a lot of emphasis in Psalm 119 on God's word, completely. And probably the best known Psalm is Psalm 119, 111. I think it's 111. Psalm 119 something. Maybe 11. Your word I've hidden in my heart that I might not sin against you.
Yep.
And the last part, the last little bit of Psalm 119, there's a lot of emphasis on what God does through his word, your salvation, your teaching, and it goes on like that. And so when I read that stuff that tells me about God's word as a New Testament believer, as a Jesus follower, as this side of the resurrection, I immediately go to some of Jesus's teachings. In Matthew 5, 6, and 7, known as Sermon on the Mount,
Mm-hmm.
That's somewhere I go.
Oh, thank you, Simple Grower.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deb.
Thank you, guys. Dunlop Blankenship. Thanks, everybody that's in here. I don't know who that is, but thank you for coming in.
Needs to go away.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Oh, I need to share the lives in my community tab. Yeah, I do. We just did a pop-up. But thank you, Simple Grower, for asking folks to share us in their community tab.
So Nick, that's where I've read, and Cindy told you where she's read. That is the most important start of the day. More important than coffee.
Talked about the woman in the well and the woman with the issue of blood during our ministry fellowship and bike ride on Wednesday. Cool. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. We're on the same study this week, or talking about the same people this week.
See you, Tim.
See you, Tim. Thank you for coming in.
Not Ridge Life Tim Posey.
Tim Posey. Sorry, Tim. Wrong Tim. Or both Tims. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, Tim, that would be nice. That would be nice.
I think that like the just the 10% or less. I don't think that causes much problems. Everything I read that says avoid ethanol, it's talking about E85, which I don't see a lot of E85 around here, which is funny because the plant isn't terribly far from here. There's an ethanol plant over near Garnett, and but I'm not don't see it around here. But every time we go to Oklahoma, as soon as we get into Oklahoma, there's E85 available.
And the smell and taste will stay in it forever. Oh, in the container, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a special jar.
Yeah, Cindy uses a lot of those oils. And there's so many people in here. Appreciate y'all. 15.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
That's really awesome. Guys, we love getting to know you guys, and we love suggestions for our videos. Nick from Highland Homestead, Arizona Highland Homestead's in here, and we took some suggestions from him last time, and a video's out today because of that, yesterday and today. And we really think that's cool to kind of, and Nick, you hit the nail on the head in your live today. It was directly to you, and that's the way we made it for you and Chuck from Chuck and Blenda. We made that for you guys, and we love that connection, and I'm glad you took it that way, and glad you enjoyed that. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. I will do that. I will, when we get that email, we will figure out how to make that work.
Yeah. So for those of you that are new coming in today, and we'll do a video to announce this as well, our 3-year YouTube anniversary is March 30th, and we are going to do a live that day. We'll get back to you with a time as it gets closer. We'll do a time. We're going to do some giveaways. I know I've got some Canon tool kits that I'm going to give away, one of those, and I've got some soaps and lotions I'm going to give away. And Gary's got some spoons he's got going, and so there'll be several things we're going to give away. So we'll let y'all know, and there'll be a big announcement for that probably closer to the time that it's coming. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Nick. Nick says thanks again.
Yeah, those kind of connections are really cool for me, Nick. I appreciate you taking it that way. We have always said that the most important thing we grow here on Pathways Homestead is relationships. First of all, our relationship with our Savior, and we've talked about that a little bit, about spending time in His Word every day. And second of all, our relationship with each other. We've been working hard on that here lately. And then relationships with you guys.
Oh, thank you, Deb. We appreciate that. That's awesome.
Pollinate your beehive. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yep. Appreciate that.
And I almost have a tray full. That's
Might
crazy.
show them the cups you're using and how they're made.
Okay. Well, so several years ago, our son made us a dauber to make these cups. Wow, there we go. Use this stomper and this block to make these little cups. So you you cut your strips of newspaper.
See you, Lynette. Thanks for being
Wrap them
here.
around, and then you crush them into the plate or block, and you end up with a potting cup. And so we have 2 sizes. Luke made us this one years ago in shop, and they actually, shop class, they sold them as a fundraiser and sold quite a bit of them. And
we found that pattern in a magazine.
we did find it.
Yep.
Yep, you found it in a magazine. And then our friend John Morrison, he made us a bigger one so we could up pot into another. It's got a block too, but I'm not going to dig it out right now. So we could up pot when it's time to up pot. But Luke, working landscaping at the college he was working at, brought me enough stuff that we're going to be fine this year. And probably for years to come. But we did get the greenhouse covered.
Yep.
Wednesday, when I got home from work, we got the greenhouse covered.
Nick, I was going to get back to your comment about God using relationships. Absolutely. There's a verse, I think in Proverbs, that says, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens the countenance of another. That's talking about relationships and how they improve us and improve our faith and our walk with Him and our path, our journey, down our path to a relationship, furthering a relationship with Him. Thank you, Simple Grower. Yes, we have loved that. Cindy uses it a lot, and our son made that for her. So.
Someday I'll graduate up to the little starter packs, but it's kind of it's a frugal thing, even though it's time consuming. It's frugal, and it's something you can do while you're sitting, like in those times that you're in between jobs or when you're resting. I don't know.
My great-grandmother was a very frugal person, raised a bunch of kids through the Great Depression. And she was frugal with everything, including her time. And I don't ever remember being to her house that she was just sitting. She liked to watch TV in the evening, watch the news and TV, but she would snap green beans or sew on something or pick out pecans or do something while she was watching TV. I even remember distinctly she had kind of a screened in back porch, a sun porch kind of thing. It was more than a screen. It had windows on the back of her house, and she would sit out there, and that's where the TV was. The TV was not in the living room. It was on that sun porch, and she would sit out there, and I can remember her working a crossword word puzzle, snapping green beans, and watching TV all at the same time, and just as happy as she could be to be doing that. Myrtle Cargill was an amazing woman and raised some amazing kids. My grandfather was one of them. Work while you rest. Yes. That's, there are times to rest, and we have something we have worked harder on the last year is Sabbathing. There is a time to rest. But I think often in our states right now, we don't take advantage of time we have. A lot of busyness and not a lot of production. And so we take advantage of rest times a lot, not all the time, but a lot. And I've got wood carving stuff right next to my chair. A lot of times I'll sit here, and if I'm just needing to chill out, I'll just carve on a spoon for a minute. And it allows me to relax, but still get something done.
And he's cracked out pecans.
Yes, I did a lot of pecans this winter.
A lot of pecans this winter.
And that's something else I do that's kind of like that for me. It's active, but it's not consuming, like a lot of things I do. Yeah, and we, on Sunday, we'll cook and we'll enjoy a few things around here, but we definitely try to take time to actually rest in the Sabbath. But you can do that in the kitchen. I read a very Jewish take on Sabbathing, that if you work with your hands, Sabbath with your mind. If you work with your mind, Sabbath with your hands. So, and a guy was explaining that to me. He said, so if you're a white collar worker, you work with your mind. He was in ministry full time. He says, I Sabbath in my garden. I spend time in my garden or in my workshop, and he carves. And so he says, that's how I Sabbath. But he said, if you work with your hands, if you're a construction worker or whatever, you should Sabbath with your mind. He talked about reading books and spending time in prayer and that kind of Sabbathing. At the time, I was like, I worked with both. How do I do it? And he just laughed at me.
Thank you, Roy. Did we miss some comments?
Nope.
Yeah, even on Sunday. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Roy. Appreciate that. Glad you're in here. See you later.
Yep. Give your mind and body a break. Yep. Gives them a break.
Yep.
I think the point is to rest.
Yes.
That it's rest.
That it is something different than what you have done.
Yeah.
If you work with your mind all the time, your body needs some exercise, some movement that actually helps your mind rest. So Arizona Highland, I carved a bunch of spoons and actually bowls and stuff too, with a couple of simple gouge chisels from,
Harbor
I
Freight.
used a good sharp pocket knife and a couple of gouge chisels from Harbor Freights.
Okay, you're going to have to move your thumb.
Okay. I
You
was
can
trying to
move the
read that
thing.
stuff.
Well, that's fine. Don't keep your thumb up there. I can't see you if you have your thumb in the way.
Well, I got big fat thumbs. I'm sorry. Yep. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Wash
Clear the
some
rest of my hands.
Yeah.
Yep. And Arizona Highland, I'm going to move some things, Nick. I'm going to move some things and get that gouge chisel out because I still use it.
Yeah, you got the spoon and he got a bunch of carving stuff for his birthday from our son.
Sounds like he bought it and used it and then sent it to me.
He wanted to make sure it was quality.
Yeah.
Because you know how when you order stuff on the internet and there's no real good place to buy that stuff around us anyway. Even around him, even though he's in a major city.
Trying to figure out how to get that. So it's just kind of rounded a little bit on the end. But just kind of a gouge chisel. This was a little Harbor Freight set. It was cheap. It had like 5 or 6 different shapes in it, but this was the one I used the most.
How beautiful are the fat thumbs that bring the good news.
Okay, you paraphrased that a little bit, didn't you?
I think it's applicable, Nick. I think God will be just fine with that.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I've never been told my fat thumbs were beautiful. Now's the first time, huh? Appreciate that. My hands aren't huge, but my hands aren't small.
What? Your hands are huge.
I know a lot of men with bigger hands than I am that are bigger than me.
Oh, my mercy.
But my hands are pretty big and they're pretty thick and they've been abused. But my girls ended up with my hands. They're not, I mean, not monstrously like, wow, those hands don't fit on those arms. But compared to most women's hands, my girls got big, heavy, muscled hands.
They are strong. And the girls' hands are strong.
I washed them. They don't smell that bad. No.
Debbie's a comedian.
Oh my goodness. They smelled bad the other day. There's been a bottle of Dove in heat urine in my desk for a long time, and I opened up the desk looking for something the other day, and then that bottle was broken. And so I grabbed it up out of there, and it ran all over my hand, and I got it in the trash can. And whew, I washed my hand 5 or 6 times, and they still smelled like deer pee. It was bad. And I had just bought that bottle for a sermon illustration. I never have been one to buy that kind of stuff and use it for since, except for I use trapping lures like that. But as far as deer hunting, I don't use those kind of things. But I did have that bottle just for a sermon illustration. And
I got in a hurry, didn't make sure things were right back in the drawer like they should have been, and shut the drawer and smashed the bottle.
no, Nick, I just pushed these. These just push. They're made to just be pushed.
No,
They're not really made to be hammered. And I just hold on to the spoon as I'm carving. Yeah, it was kind of a scary deal for a few minutes. It stunk.
Yeah, and it can't be just like a, crappy desk. It's got to be the fancy oak, big, huge, heavy desk.
It was one of my grandfather's desks. And it is a very nice desk. We love our desk. It's full of everything. There's tools and there's projects and there's paperwork. And it is used heavily. Takes up half my living room, but we've got it here.
Yeah, we struggled to get it through the door. It's so large. And you can't take it apart, and it's heavy. It took 3 men and a boy to move it. Serious. I'm honest. There were 3 grown men and a boy, a teenage boy, helping move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's now well broke in, and I think Grandpa Adkins would think it was hilarious.
Yes, he would have. He would have thought it was hilarious. In fact, the story would have got better and
yeah, bigger.
And there'd have been lots of jokes made about it.
Oh yeah, and it would have been I was mad at him and poured it all over. Yeah, it would have been bad.
And Grandpa would have talked about deer trying to get in the door. And,
no.
yeah, that is you've got to be careful how you hold it when you do it, I guess, like that. But my son got me something with the knives. When he got me the knives, he got me these cut gloves. Or no cut gloves or whatever they're called. And they're not heavy chainmail like some of the ones I've seen. They're pretty light, but they're like a Kevlar or something. And they fit comfortable and you can use them and they work. I've actually accidentally tried them out already. But I've been actually using those now. I didn't think I'd use them, but I tried them and I thought, oh, those are pretty good. So
he cut himself first. Well, we're going to be honest. He cut himself first.
Just barely.
And then somebody says, don't you have gloves to prevent that? But yeah, I love to pick on him. He picks on me too. So when I can pick on him, it's even better because
there's a difference between picking on you and trying to pick you up.
Honey.
I've got some really good pickup lines, guys. If you want to hear some of them, I'll tell them to you.
Don't pick me up because I'm heavy. And you've got yeah, he'd have a hernia. He would.
That's her comment.
Yeah. You guys got to hear the love songs he sang to me when we were dating.
Poetry. I recited poetry to my girlfriend. Every 16-year-old boy recites poetry.
Every 16-year-old boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was some good ones. I think my favorite was the peanut butter song.
Oh, yeah. Peanut sat on a railroad track. Its heart was all aflutter. Along came the 315. Choo-choo peanut butter.
Yeah, that got me, guys. Yeah, that was the whole reason I fell in love with him.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah,
I
this one
love
too.
you so well. If I had a peanut, I'd give you the shell.
Yeah. I love you. I love you with all heart and soul. If I had a donut, I'd give you the whole. Yeah. It was totally adorable. Yeah. No clutga. Yeah, they're a great idea, Nick. But yeah, so yeah, he was super romantic for a 16-year-old boy. What 17-year-old girl would not fall in love with that? No, and I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway.
Not sure what.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to finish. It was okay. His eyes were what caught me. Those beautiful blue eyes he has, that's what caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use pickup lines all the time.
Oh, God.
I do.
Yes.
One of them I say, if I walk around you 7 times, would you fall for me?
Oh, mercy.
Or I forgot my phone number. Can I have yours?
Oh, which would work because he could still get a hold of himself by calling my phone.
Yeah, I have to call myself to have a staff meeting.
But some of these are the joys of growing up together, because we definitely have done that. Holy cow. After, oh, mercy, 29. We've been together since dating 29 years. October was 29 years, right?
30.
No, this coming October will be 30.
October.
Last October was 29. What's the difference between a hunter and a fisherman? Awesome. Did you get that from Grandpa? Yes, some of those he did get from Grandpa.
Yes.
Exactly, Grandpa Adkins. But Deb knows. She's got it figured out.
One lies in wait and one waits in line. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it.
I got to remember that from Tom, my boss, Tom. He loves jokes. Yeah, I tried one the other day, but he already knew the kicker. So here's one for you. I forgot it now. Never mind. I lost it. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, what do a penny and a chicken sitting on the fence have in common? You don't know?
No.
One side's heads, one side's tails. That was Tom's good one the other day. I loved that. That was a great one.
Yep.
All right. I've got my tray full of seed pots. Whoop, going the wrong direction here. So now I'm going to put the seeds in. And I'm going to do my Sugar Rush Peaches. Yeah, I love corny jokes. They're hilarious. And punnies. Do you know what an expert is?
I do.
Anybody know what an expert is? I'm going to give you guys a minute to guess. You're growing Sugar Rush Peach too? I'm going to give them a go. Some friends of ours grow them and love them. So John and Angela with Heirloom Permaculture and Preparedness, is that what they call it now?
Mm-hmm.
They love the Sugar Rush Peaches. And so I'm going to give them a go. I tried them last year and then they got sprayed and killed out. And Rachel's drowned, I think. So we didn't really find out how well they did. So we're going to find out. Whoops. We're going to find out how well we like them. And I'm going to get them. Okay. Angela and them had said that they had a good flavor. They were spicy with flavor. And that's kind of what I wanted them for, was for salsa making.
Cool. So now you got to tell the punchline to your joke.
Oh, an X is a has-been. And a spurt is a drip under pressure. So there has been drip under pressure. That's an expert. Yep.
She says they literally have a peachy taste. Yeah,
Cool.
we're kind of looking
We're
forward
looking-
to that.
Yeah.
We like kind of sweet peppers and
Yes.
flavorful stuff.
I like flavorful peppers. I like even my spicy peppers. I don't want them to be just hot. That's why I don't like the ghost peppers and habaneros and all of that. I want flavor. I want a good flavor, and I want a little bit of heat. Well, what I think is a good little bit of heat. Some people think that it's pretty hot. According to Gary and Hannah, they think it's really hot. But yeah.
There was a point in time in my life that I did pretty hot stuff, but I don't anymore. Thank you.
All right. Hannah fixed Gary's pants for him.
Awesome.
Nick likes all kinds of peppers. Serranos are flavor with a kick. I raise a lot of serranos too. So some of you that may know this already, we try to raise as much of our own spices as we can as well. She did a great job. That's awesome.
Thank you, Hannah.
So somehow Gary ripped his pajama pants. Probably doing chores one day. Ajvarski is a flavorful red mild pepper. I grow those almost exclusively. I've got some that I planted. I don't know if you saw that, Deb. I've already put the seeds in. We have never successfully grown them. One year, all of the Baker Creek seeds that we had that were Ajvarski, we'd ordered one and we were gifted one packet of seeds, and none of them germinated. Last year, I ordered them again just to give them another chance. And I had several friends that tried them as well and had the same thing. It was just a bad year for them. And so last year I tried again, and then they germinated fantastic. But then we got sprayed. So that kind of ended that. So we're going to try them again. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 seeds of Ajvarski went in. So I'm going to write that down. I'm trying to keep track of my seeds.
Of Ajvarski?
Sugar Rush Peach. Excuse me. Sugar Rush Peach. I lost my pen. Well, I don't need a pencil. That won't work.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you.
It is simple grower.
Yeah.
It is Ajvarski.
Yeah.
I'm reading the.
I say it wrong. Javarsky.
She's gone through 2 or 3 times trying to get it right.
I can't say it right for nothing in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. I say it wrong. I can't ever say it correctly. So I'm going to put 40 on the back of my package because I'm holding on to my packages so that, like, when I take the starts to the farmer's market, I can show my clients. Yeah. It's probably autocorrect won't let you spell it. Here, I put in 26 of them. Woo! I'll turn my hand correctly. There we go. And that was one of the first peppers I planted. And I plant hundreds of pepper seeds a year. And I sell the extras and give away the extras and share them. And so, yeah, I like planting seeds. Hannah likes taking care of the stuff in the greenhouse, which I do too. So my next thing, I'm going to have to make my little tags. Gotta find my, there it is. And I've been making tags so that I know, like, that didn't fill up my seeds at all. So, so next I'll take one of these little address labels. It's the little bitty ones, the return address labels. And I have my own little system. So I'll write Sugar Rush Peach and put 40 in the corner.
Nick, every state has its own rules, and every farmer's market has its own rules on how that works.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Ours, we're allowed to do it up to a certain number.
Yes.
And we can take those and sell them at the farmer's market, our plants.
Yes.
And, yeah, Kansas has got pretty good farmer's market rules. I mean, pretty
lenient
compared to some places.
To a point. Like, we can't sell, there's certain things we can't sell, and that's more of a USDA controlled, which it is controlled by the USDA to a point.
Yeah.
And some states just choose to go ahead and hold
Some
to those.
states have cottage laws that
Yes.
that kind of
Supersede.
the USDA stuff. They'll allow some cottage law things. I read an article a while back that Wyoming changed some of its cottage laws. As far as we know, our soil's going to be okay. I guess we'll find some things out this summer,
Yes.
but we planted some stuff into the fall and kind of thought we were doing okay. And I think we'll be all right.
We obviously had one part of the garden of the little garden where we tried to plant some fall garden that it would not. It germinated and then it died back, which is exactly what happens if you still have too much glyphosates in your soil. So it should have been past the time, but yeah. So it's been, we'll see. We'll hope. We're hoping for the best, and hoping this year that we won't get sprayed. And the positive is it's usually the same company and usually the same pilots that spray. And so we'll see. Maybe he'll avoid us this year or pick a better day.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got my Sugar Rush peaches in. Now I've got to pick what other pepper I want to put in with the Sugar Rush peach. And I'm not doing this very smart. I probably should not put like all the peppers together in one pot, or one tray, but it's easier because they germinate the same. And then when you got to pull them out to do your strategy stuff, like when to start different seeds, what species, quantities, sizes, etc. Check out your go on your local county extension agency with the state of Arizona. So ours is through K-State College. Oklahoma's is through OSU, Oklahoma State University. And they're like Kansas, we have a planting guide and it helps a lot. Also, Nick,
something you might need to think about that I've noticed people struggle with. I've seen stores and stuff do this. You need to have that stuff for sale right before it's time to start planting it. Yeah, a week or two early doesn't hurt. People will get it. Will gladly buy it while they're there, put it in their house for a week or two and then plant it. But I have seen a lot of people get stuff ready to sell and just start trying to sell it at kind of the end of the time to plant that stuff. And that's not a good way to go about it.
So also a Clyde's garden planner. Email me or I'll check on, do you have your snail mail address on your community page, Nick? Or not on your about page, excuse me. If you have your, if you don't, email me your address. Email me your address and somebody going by on the highway. Email me your address to pathwayshomestead@gmail.com and I will mail one out to you. We have an extra one that Clyde himself gave us and it's very self-explanatory. Okay, awesome. I'll look on there. Don't worry about emailing me then. But these garden planners are so cool. There's an instruction pamphlet with it. There is also like spring and fall, and it goes by your frost dates, and it'll tell you when to start stuff indoors and all of that. Now, if you're selling stuff for the farmer's market, you actually want to start it a week to 2 weeks earlier so that people are getting ready to put them out. Yeah, and we'll get that out to you in the mail to you. I actually already have one in an envelope that I couldn't mail because I couldn't send it to Canada because it was seriously $35 to send one of those to Canada. Is that not crazy? And she was better off ordering one herself. So she was very good with that. Okay, so back to, I got to figure out what pepper I want to put in here.
Well, I'm going to have to get to go.
Yeah. Oh my, we've been, oh, you're going to take a nap? We've
No,
been
I gotta go
live
work.
almost an hour and a half. I've got to get some cheese made. I've got to make some mozzarella today. I've got to finish my video for the cream cheese I've been making. And yeah, I got to get that done. Got to get that done. I may save this one for our giveaway.
What are you sending to Nick?
I've got one already in an envelope. I'll just put another sending address label over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Nick. No problem. And Clyde gave them to us to do it, like get promoting for promotion and giveaways and stuff. And he's got really neat, like we could order, if we ordered like so many of them, I forgot what the gross was,
yeah.
But we could order a gross of them that would have our name on them and a little bit of our logo if we wanted. Lala, the one we have, we got from Rick and Kimberly at Lala Farms, and it has their logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're canning milk. Yes. I love canning milk. All right. Yep. See you later, Nick. Got to work, huh? Yes. Yeah. Build those relationships and look for opportunities. That is exactly right. Love God and love others, y'all. So, guys, we're going to get going. Thank you guys so much for coming in here today and spending time with us and your love and support for our channel. We just love that. Sorry, guys, got a troll. But anyway, thank you guys so much. And we pray you have a blessed week. Remember, God made you special.
And he loves you very much.
Gary forgot his cue.
I was reading something.
All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you, Edna. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day.